and then I just try to calm my down, and then when I when I go in front of them, I just little what I have observed in myself, like I little fumbled over there.
Great.
Yeah.
So congratulations. You won the coaching session. I'm sorry it took a while to get back to you because I'm in India and I'm dealing with a bit of a family.
I completely understand you, ma'am. Yes,
So,
yes, yes. I completely understand your situation. So it's perfectly fine.
Okay, great. Awesome. So this call should last for about 20 to 30 minutes. Okay. We're going to talk a little bit about what are you doing, what are your goals, what are your aspirations, and how I can help you to achieve them. Okay. So obviously, since you participated, I'm assuming that you follow me on Instagram and you've seen my YouTube videos. And the reason you do them is because you aspire to be a cabin crew?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I want to be a cabin crew. Yeah. Ma'am, actually, I have been through a lot of interviews in 2019. So in some interviews, I have been to finals, and in some interviews, I have been to like in domestic airlines, I have been to finals, and in as well as in international as well. But somehow I couldn't make it through. So I don't know. I want to see my weakness where I'm lacking. In Qatar Airways and in Gulf Airlines, I couldn't clear the exam, and in once that Swiss came in August last year, so I went to the finals, and then we couldn't. They didn't select freshers. They selected only experienced one. So I couldn't go there, so I couldn't make it. And in domestic airlines, I have been to Indigo's final round, but I got rejected due to this small mark. I guess I'm just assuming like okay, maybe I just got rejected due to this, but we had this Jet Airways people as well with us, so I guess they gave preference to those people as well. So we lagged over there because we were freshers. So but still I want to work on my weakness, and that's why I connected with you. I watch your videos, I loved your videos, the way you talk, the way you attend people. I seriously, it's unbelievable. And how do you manage to do that? It's seriously like I want to do that in future. I seriously, you are my what to say, like I want to be like you. You're my idol.
That's very, very sweet of you. Okay, we're not going to get emotional. Otherwise, I'm going to start crying. But thank you. That's very, very sweet of you. But I really like the dedication that you have. And I think it goes to show. I always feel, if you cannot really bring out your passion in your voice, then you don't have it. So that's really nice to see that you have that dedication and passion. So what, according to you, if I have to ask you, what do you think? Because I remember we started this conversation with you telling me that I want to overcome my weakness, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, ma'am, my.
Yes, go ahead.
Should I speak?
Yes, I wanted to know your weakness.
Actually, my weakness is like I fumble a lot, and the second thing is like I when I for any interview, I am just like I go sorry. When I go to for an interview, so I get little nervous in front of the interviewers, and I just try to calm my down. Like okay, it's okay. It's just an interview. They are the humans as well. They're not going to kill you. I just inside my head, I used to think like that. Ki no, they're not going to kill you. They are here for you. They are there for hiding you. So you have to show your best, and then I just try to calm my down, and then when I go in front of them, I just little what I have observed in myself, like I little fumbled over there. So I just want to I want to come over it, like how can I improve that. I just want to I want to know that how can I like not fumble everywhere. I just need to relax, you know I just want to do that. I just want to overcome my weakness. I guess this is my weakness. And second thing is that, like, what I think in my head is like, what if I did a grammatical mistake in my English, then they might think something like, oh, she is having an error over there. So I think also I think like that, कि if I have a grammatical mistake, they will observe me for that only. So that's why I get nervous and I get fumble. So I guess this is my weakness.
Okay, great. Thank you for sharing. And the reason why I asked you to tell me your weakness is because, of course, along the lines of my coaching, I can obviously identify people's weaknesses, but I think it's really
Yes, ma'am.
important for people to identify and be aware of their weaknesses. So that's a question that I always ask people. Okay, so thank you for sharing that. So I'm gonna reiterate this for you. I'm gonna rephrase this for you. Okay,
Okay.
so
Yeah,
your
yeah. Sure,
weakness
ma'am.
is that you're not able to confidently speak
Yeah,
when you're
yeah,
interacting with people
yeah.
in general, sometimes more so even in
Mm-hmm.
interviews. Is that
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
before we
absolutely
actually
right.
go to the interviews, okay, I have a question that I want to ask you. Do you also
Yeah,
fumble
sure, ma'am.
like this when you interact with people uh, that you might not know sometimes, like not your friends? Because you know, when you talk to your
Mm-hmm.
friends, when you talk to your family members, it's a very different dynamics altogether. Do you also
Mm-hmm.
observe this when you are communicating with people from, you know, when you went to China, for example,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, you talk to other students and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that? Do you fumble? Do you feel that you're not confident?
No, ma'am, not at all. I actually enjoy it while talking to them. I enjoy like, okay, I should go to them and interact with them, know about them. So I really enjoyed people of different cultures who are there or who are in India. Actually, one incident happened last year. There was this girl. She was from Africa. So she was roaming here in Delhi and she wanted to go to somewhere else in nearby Delhi's place. So she was nearby our college. So what I did, she was asking for a way. So I go to her. I helped her. I uh, I I like took her away, and I was going to that way only. So I took her away. And I shared with her our cultures and all history, and she was very impressed with me. She took my contact number. She was like, "You're a very humble person. I would like to meet you if I'll come back in India." I was like, "Okay, I'll be glad. I'm glad to host you." Then, yeah, I just dropped her at her place where she want to go, and I came back to my home. So yeah, I have done this thing a lot. Actually I enjoyed talking to them. I don't know why, but when it came to interview, I don't know why I do fumble. I seriously don't know that.
Okay. Well, obviously, I know that, and I'm going to share that with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
All right. So great, great. Thank you for sharing. And I'm just going to make you observe something.
yeah.
Right now, when you were actually sharing that incident with me, you were actually
Uh-huh.
doing it pretty nicely. Like you were not fumbling. You were actually putting your sentence together very nicely. You came across a bit
Mm-hmm.
more structured and stuff like that. But at
Okay.
the start of the conversation, when I had just started asking you, you were actually fumbling quite a lot. And even when I ask you
Yes.
questions, you tend to fumble quite a lot, right? So there
Yeah.
are a couple of things here, okay? First and
Mhm.
foremost, of course, whenever we go to an interview, right? Or whenever we
Yes.
speak to someone who probably is in an authority of judging you because
Okay.
of the very fact that that is their job, right? They have to be able to
Yes.
put you under certain parameters to be able to identify whether you are this person who
Mhm.
fits in that role, right? As an interviewer. So their
Mhm.
job probably, I wouldn't say is to judge you, but is to check whether you fit in the role, right? So obviously they will be
Yes.
looking at all of this, but for you, this is judging, right? Because at the end of the day, they're going to give you a result,
Yes, ma'am.
correct? So obviously
Yes.
we all
Yes.
have this fear in us that at the end of the day someone's going to judge us and give us, you know, the results, and of course based on certain things that we do in terms of our performance is going to obviously affect the result of that particular interview, correct? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And that of
Mhm.
course adds on to the nervousness. because you're already nervous because of the fact that, you don't know whether you'll be able to impress them. You don't know whether you're giving the right answers. You don't know whether this is the best possible way to say it. And on top of that, there is this added stress that because of all of this, the interviewers might end up rejecting me, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So if you notice, right, what is happening here is that because of your performance at the end of the day, which you are questioning yourself with, you are actually, so see the progression. The progression is you're questioning yourself on your performance. Because you're questioning yourself on your performance, you're actually questioning the very fact that that performance, how is it affecting my results in terms of how the other person is judging me? So it's actually starting with your performance. It doesn't start with the other person judging you. Okay.
Right.
Let's break it down a little bit. Okay. Let's trace it back. So the second thing of being judged is actually generated from the very fact that you are judging your own performance, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Right.
You're judging your own performance because you don't know yourself whether the answer that you're giving is actually a good answer. You don't believe in the fact that this is the best way that I could have done this. You are not confident enough. At the end of the day, how do we take care of that performance issue? Because that is where it starts, right? So that is what we need to deal with. Now, when it comes to your performance, obviously there are a couple of things, right? Performance in terms of how do you believe in yourself, performance in terms of what is your mindset, performance in terms of how are you actually putting your answers out, performance in terms of if you are making grammatical errors and you feel not confident about it, what are you doing about it? Are you actually doing something to, take care of these grammatical issues along the way? So at the end of the day, if you put all this together, right, it's all about knowledge and competence. Okay, your performance is based on how competent you are, what is the right knowledge you have, what are the right steps that you're actually taking to perform better in terms of being competent. Okay, so that is what you need to focus on. So do get in touch with us on our website if you'd like to know how we can train you for your upcoming interviews. So till that time, all of you out there, stay safe and take care of yourselves. Love you guys. Bye.